the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many. I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day. Don't talk about clutch, I got ice in my veins. I'm coated in tray, I stick to the code. I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anywhere. Who, 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 who ready? We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Motivation to youth only. Mentally feel like Kobe. I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me. I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili. From young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats. Circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? We ready. Been ready. I waited. My turn. On God. Hell steady. I keep dropping back to back. I keep going if you let me. I've been sitting at the top, looking down at those who left me. Promise I'm not being petty. I'm the one they envy. Brody moving state to state. Make $1 million out the semi. Plus I grinded from the start. I was stacking pennies. I might dip like Machiavelli. After the confetti. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who?
Good evening, everybody. How we are doing? It is Wednesday evening, as always, and we are here with LRS, and hopefully we can be doing a few more thingies. I've just got to sort a few things out with the leagues I'm now involved in to check what days we're going, but we are here with Tier 1, and as it says in the title, it is the season opener here at Bahrain. Now, LRS have gone kind of different route with their races this season. Tier 1 will be on a set calendar, and Tier 2 is on a different calendar. So it kind of gives them people that are doing, reserving for Tier 1 sometimes, maybe stepping in a different race to do throughout the season. And I think most of the races are covered through the league, obviously the standards and stuff like that, and the races that they've got going on. So yeah, I mean, it should be a very interesting season for Tier 1, as now we do not have Sammy Lewis. Sammy did claim 2 titles, back-to-back seasons. Congratulations to him. I think he set a few records as well here. So it's down to these drivers that are moving into this season to really attack it. I think the person that probably will stand out the most from last season is Jam, SLR Jam. Jam had a great season. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite clinch it against Sammy at the end. I think regardless of what people tried in that final race, there was a lot of controversy, I feel, in that final race in regards to what happened and what went on. But that's last season. We're now in this season. And there's some... You want to keep the screen off me? Well, I'll try as much as I can, Nello. But good evening, sir. How are you doing? But yeah, completely different season and new people to try and claim the title. I mean, Jam is, for me, kind of the front runner this season after coming so close last season to sealing the deal. But Sammy just he didn't have the, a season like he had previously. He had a really good season. The wins, his win rate, his qualifying was really good as well. But, long live Sammy Lewis, and let's hope he progresses and does really well. But thank you for all joining me here this evening for this season opener at Bahrain for LRS. Now, obviously, we've got nothing to kind of show you, so we'll take a look at who's driving where. Let's have a look at who could be the stronger team before we move into the lobby. So let's have a look at the teams. So as you can see, we've got Jam and Cucumber. Now, Cucumber really did find his pace towards the back end of last season, really putting in a shift, doing really well in the Division 2 races, and this is why we find him up in Tier 1, doing really well, finding his pace. So let's hope the McLaren team can have a really good season. We've got Dusty Bassoon and Ash. Ash has been another one that's been moved up. Have a swim, absolute limbs, cartoons, work me out. Go on, Pickard. But yeah, I mean, Dusty and Ash should be a pretty good team. Dusty, thank you for the invite, Nello. I'll join very, very shortly. Ash is quite consistent. You know, he loves to race. So let's hope that he can help bring home some points for that team. We have got only one Red Bull driver, what I can see. Let me have a look at the names and a bit closer up because it is miles away from me. Yeah, so Robin, I think he was in the Red Bull last season, so in the Red Bull once again. This is a strong team. If Frank can have a consistent season and have some consistent races, he's a bit unsure whether he is racing tonight. He did say that he had migraines earlier on, so you know it wouldn't be the best for him to be sat in front of a screen if he still has them migraines. But let's hope it's calmed down and he can race. He is joined by none other than Barmy Tick. Barmy Tick, quite a legend on this channel. I think we'd all agree, been doing racing for a long time. And he has won championships here at LRS. I think he was the first to go back-to-back. I don't know whether Barmy did win back-to-back seasons, but he's had some great seasons here. It's been it was an absolute privilege and an honour to commentate on his season. So, you know, hopefully that Ferrari can do a really good job. That is the Ferrari team. We've got Nello and Wilsey in the Williams, another very good team. Nello, you know, just needs to find that consistency. And I'm sure the Williams teams will do well as Wilsey. We've got the big man Kai. We do call him the king of the 5-lappers. As we did some 5-lappers the other day and he was absolutely dominant. So let's hope that that pace can kind of carry through. He is joined by the Division 2 champion from last season. That is Jensen Snowy. He got moved up. So that should be a pretty strong team, I do feel. And then we have the bandman, the great man himself. It is Gotto. We will see, hopefully, a medium run from him in qualifying, as we always do. Is Optic and Frank racing tonight? We do have Frank, maybe. I think Top G is as well. He is joined by Baba. They seem to be very friendly, so let's hope that they can work together throughout this season. Maybe put Gotto on top. We've seen Gotto coming very, very close sometimes. Been some controversial calls in the results, but at the end of the day, that's last season and the season before that. So let's hope that Gotto can really hit the ground running this season and bring home a couple of wins. But yeah, so who else have we got? We've got Drizzle and RTM English. Now, these two guys, new to Tier 1, I think, never commentated on them before. But let's hope they have a really good opening season here at LRS and really can put the foot to the floor and really challenge these Tier 1 drivers that have been here for a number of seasons. We have Top G and Carlito in Tier 1. Carlito's been doing really well. I mean, he's been finding his pace, finding his feet, really progressing. The pace is picking up, so look for him to be bringing on some strong points. Top G is kind of hit and miss. I think it's very much track dependent on whether he can be bothered to actually race. But it's a strong team for the championship and a strong team overall. And then in the Alpine, it's Mikey P. And hopefully he's got someone joining him in that team tonight. But yeah, there is a couple of free seats. So if you are interested in racing in Tier 1 here at LRS, look no further. Jump in the chat. I will put you a invite into the league. And hopefully one day we'll be commentating on you. And good evening, Mr. Crew. How are you? How are you doing? Let's get back to the main screen so y'all can see me. There I am. How are we doing? So let's get over to the track information. So it's been a while since we've done a race on the commentator channel with any league. As we've got Kite, Unreal, VCarb lineup, Defo, not biased. Exactly, unreal, bro. But the first Grand Prix was held back in 2004 with your track length being 5.41 kilometres. The lap record is held by Pedro Della Rosa, which he set in the McLaren MP4 -20 back in 2005. Your most pole positions is a shared one between Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen. Most wins goes to Lewis Hamilton. We ask that age-old question. Let's see if anybody has remembered. What is turn? What the only corner that has a name is turn 1. Guess in the chat what that name is. Come on, people. I'm sure someone's got to know it. It's been mentioned every time we do the comms here at Bahrain. Your pull run to turn 1 breaking point is 353 meters. Safety car probability 63%, but as we all know, you can slap a bit on that in sim racing. Virtual safety car probability is around 50%, with the pit stop time loss being 22.9 seconds, including a 2.5 second stationary stop. There are 15 corners with 3 DRS zones here at the circuit. The first one, the first DRS zone is between turns 3 and 4. Your next one is between turns 10 and 11. And then on the exit of turn 15, just before the start finishing line, on the rundown to turn 1, is the third and final DRS zone. No, so turn 1 is the only corner here at the circuit that has a name. All the other corners are not named. Like, you obviously have a lot of tracks have different corners for different names. I mean, I think Monza and Great Britain, if the ones that I remember, are the ones that have quite a lot of names for the corners and the straights and stuff like that. But I'll give you another couple of minutes. Did not Google this. Michael Schumacher. You are 100% right, Cucumber. It is the Michael Schumacher corner. We got Carlito. It's called turn 1. It's not called turn 1, Carlito. It is called the Schumacher corner. So hang on. Let me just do this, and we're going to get into the game. Make sure we're in the lobby. And let's see how many we've got in attendance. With Frank still on the sign up, last time I checked, it would be a full 20. But let's see how many we actually have here this evening. Let's see if we do have a full 20. Let's see if Frank is attending. So, yeah. How are we all doing anyway? Evening, Giggly. How's it going, bro? It's been a while since I've seen your name light up the screen. But good evening, Giggly Baby. Our Daniel Welsh in the chat. A driver that I'm sure he'll admit, the first time I was doing comms on him, he wasn't strong, race-wise, racecraft. But he was a driver that who went with sort of the... I mean, it was a lot of abuse that Giggly was getting. I mean, I'm sure he can admit that himself. But he took all that on board, went away for a bit, concentrated on his driving, his racing, and came back even stronger. So, you know, people do listen, people can improve, and Giggly Baby is definitely one of them that, you know, can show that. I don't know why they do this fan zone, because I just pick anything. I always pick, like, it's always McLaren for me. I just, boom, boom. I know I won't win anything, so regardless, I'm not asked. Part of the game that really doesn't bother me. Yes, Mr. Crew in the chat saying good evening to everybody. Go on, lad. Yep, Div 1, different season opener to Div 2. Running a separate calendar is Div 1 from Div 2. Oh, Cucumber, give me an invite as well. Thank you for the invite, Cucumber. Didn't see that one come through. So, yeah, grid filling up. That was one name I don't think I seen. Unless I've got an old dinghy, but I don't remember mentioning... oh, yeah, Jam's in the McLaren news with Cucumber. Damn. Still miss being teammates. Taz, look how nice I am. Exactly, Cucumber there. Being very, very nice. Giving me the invite. Absolute legend. I think we have the big man Oberwalf in attendance here this evening. Don't know whether he's backed out. I can't see his name as of yet, but he was on the reserve list, I think, for this one. There he is, the big man Gotto in the race. You should be able to see tier 1 sign up, mate. I've had a look, and I think I've seen Obo on there, but yeah, should be an interesting one this season. Season openers kind of always set the standard. I think this is going to be a very interesting race between the likes of Barmitic, Gotto, Jam. Obviously, Drizzle could play a part in it. We don't know. I am absolutely clueless about his pace. So let's hope he can do well here this evening and really put on a show. Billy as well in the Red Bull, not a name I'm familiar with, but again, let's see how they do. Can they make a dent? We've got Kai, obviously, who's in that battle up at the top as well. Jensen might have some sneaky pace. You never know. I mean, he did absolutely cracking last season, did Jensen. Had a really good season. There was a lot of speculation behind him why he was in Tier 2 when he was being, you know, some races. He was very, very, very dominant in winning by margins that were kind of big. But, you know, the guys let him carry on, continue. He stayed in Tier 2. I think he missed a couple of the final races and still managed to walk away with the season championship. So, yeah. Giggly Baby saying he's turned assists off, so slow as started late. Oh, that's unlucky, mate, but at least you're moving forward, Giggly. At least you're taking them assists off, trying to put your best foot forward, and yeah, keep on going, brother. You know, perseveration or whatever it is, the word. I think you know what I mean. You'll get there, and you'll be back up to pace. Don't worry about that. So 14 in so far. We've still got a couple of minutes left until we get qualifying underway here. Bird is the word. Bird. Oh, but I haven't played an F1 game since Oh, wow. Jensen DRS train, baby, love really hurts without you. Gotto. Love you too, bro. Love you too. Love really hurts without you. I'm trying to think of that song. You're obviously singing a song, but you're breaking my heart. What can I do? Fuck. This an oldie, Gotto. Seems like an oldie. I've been listening to a lot of oldies. I've been listening to Ray Charles, Elvis. Really, I've been going back. He's singing about his garlic bread he burned. Hey, Dusty Bassoon. I think this is a better start time for Dusty. I think it's very rare we get to see Dusty in toast, actually. It's very rare we see Dusty in the lobby before the race starts. But I'm very well, thank you, Gotto. Hope you're very well yourself, mate. Hope you're. I mean, this could be your season, Gotto. This literally could be your season. You've got some competition in there, but I think you have a strong chance of potentially, if you can get every race behind you, I think you have a really strong chance of potentially winning this season. Among others, Jam as well, Barmy, Dusty, you know, Frank Tank Top, G Kai, all these guys. There is, I mean, it's so hard. It's going to be so hard to call at the end of this season. This is my season, says Gotto. And that's the confidence we like. That's the confidence we love. Oh. Jordan Manson, Dusty is... Ooh, Jordan there throwing a bit of smoke, a bit of a drive-by there on Dusty. But how are we doing, Jordan? Hope you're well, mate. Thanks for joining us for this one. Do it for our country. Do it for Wales. I tell you what, Gotto, if you win the season, yeah... If you win this season, the final race of the season, I will sit here in a Welsh flag. But you have to send it. Yes, Isaiah. How's it going, bro? How are you doing, mate? I think Isaiah probably just finishing school at this point as well. Jensen Snowy just gone live there. So Jensen in the VCAR team. Pretty good team, that. And Jensen Snowy sends a friend request. Thank you very much, Jensen. Don't accept it. It's a scam. What do you mean? Carl, I believe stuff that you say. So if you're fucking pulling my plonker now, mate, because I don't even think I've got him as a friend, to be honest. Oh, really? He said he's got no mates here. Is he looking for a friend? I'll be his friend. I'll be Jensen's friend. We'll show him some love and support. Taz might want to put a Welsh flag up tonight if I finish anywhere in it. I tell you what, Cucumber, I'll wear a Welsh flag if you get in the top. If you finish in the top 10, I'll wear a Welsh flag for the start of the next race. And if Gotto wins the season, I'll sit here in nothing but a Welsh flag, commentating. Gotto. So the deals, the bet's in your court now, Gotto, and you're pretty good at winning bets with me, against me. Slanted. Looking at it, it just looks tilted. But yeah, do you wanna accept that bet, Gotto? But Gotto, if you lose in the final race of the season, you have to sit there in nothing but like an English flag. You've got to have that bet with me, bro. Come on. Let's see how quiet Gotto stays through this bet. Let's see if he accepts it. Wizard stepping in. How are we doing, Wizard? Wizard stepping in for the Williams team. So he's with Nello. So that Nello's teammate's not here tonight. Taz, try and invite Night Owl, mate. I will try and invite Night Owl. Night Owl, another legend here on the channel. Quite a few legends of racing here. Right, let's have a look for Night Owl for Nello. Did I just see Jam? That's the first time Jam's name's ever popped up on mine. Have they done something right for once? Speed Demon, absolute legend. Right, let's have a look for Night Owl. I've got a feeling he's not going to be on this page. Yep. And I think this is the first time we're seeing Nello and Carlito in, and I might be wrong, in a Tier 1 LRS race. As full-timers. There he is. No, I don't want to leave the session. Game invite sent to Jensen Young. So is that what Night Owl's real name is? Jensen? Night Owl, are you in the chat? Mr. Dark Humour. That's what we remember Night Owl for. We had some laughs with him one night here on the channel. I think it was in 5 Lappers, and he was coming out with all sorts. There he is. He's in now anyway. So I think we're just waiting for 2 more. Hopefully, Nello, can you confirm or deny that we're waiting for 2 more drivers? Gotto's still gone quiet. Still not accepted my bet as of yet. Just Optic. He's in. What about Ash? Oh, he's there. Ash is there. So it's 18 for tonight. Very, very good turnout. So everybody's readying up. Looks like this one is about to get underway. And this first race of the season might give us a bit of insight who's going to actually win it. So Pickard, if you are there, please put a poll up to see who people think are going to win this one. I'm going to go with my GOAT. I'm going to go with... Well, I'm going to pick 2. It's either going to be Kai or Gotto. Kai or Gotto for the win here this evening. Good luck, McLaren F-Crew. In once that joint constructors for the McLaren team. Looks like F-Crew might be joining racing for McLaren in Tier 2, if I'm right. And Gotto, he's ghosting us. He's scared. He's scared of the bet, people. He's scared of it. That's what I'm taking from this. Gotto has a bit of fear. Feels weird how this is my first full time. Hey, come on, Cucumber. I know you can do well, bro. I think this could be a very, very good race. Very, very close. I think there could be a lot of battles out on track. Dusty is notoriously pretty good here at Bahrain, if I remember correctly. He does. I've seen him. I think we've actually witnessed Dusty do a last to first at Bahrain. So many sign-ups, mate. That Div 2 was with new guys. Wow. That's a strong sign-up for the next. Wow, we've already got action in the pit lane. Already people making a move. Let's get the track map up. And let's see who's going to be out on circuit first. It does look like it's going to be a Haas driver. Let's jump down to the Haas team. And it looks like it's Drizzle. So Drizzle... Why isn't my camera changing? There we go. Jesus Christ. I mean, you could have gone for 3 tiers. But, yeah, I think it's best probably to keep it at 2. But GG's to the LRS management team and everything that they've done to obviously get that sort of attraction to the league. Massive GG's. But, yeah, we've got Drizzle. This will be his first time being commentated on here in the channel. So I think he's got a Red Bull in behind him of either Billy or Robin, trying to maybe take the limelight away from him here. We've got Dusty out on the track as well. Jam, Barmy, Night Owl, Cuckoo. Everybody's hitting the circuit. Frank's out. We've only got Baba, Billy, Jensen and Gotto really in the pits at the minute, and Kai. So very busy circuit early on here. That Red Bull needs to kind of back up a bit. Needs to allow himself some space, because if Drizzle does make a mistake, he could find himself being at a disadvantage through some of the corners, because that dirty air, you don't want to be getting it through any of these corners. At any circuit, really, the dirty air is a big game changer on this game. I think it affects a lot of the racing. Qualifying especially, if you get stuck in behind somebody, it can really, really affect your lap, as we see an Alpine diving back into the pits there, I believe. And it is the Alpine driver straight back into the pits, and that is Night Owl. Night Owl retired from the session. So it looks like Night Owl opting to start from the back. But here we go. It is Drizzle on his lap. Let me get the lap data up. Currently making his way through Sector 1. A 28.586 for the Sector 1 split for Drizzle, as he is now making his way through Turn 8. And we've seen an absolutely brilliant overtake. I think everybody remembers it. Alonso on Hamilton into that very corner. An absolutely beautiful overtake from Alonso. I think it was not last year, the year before. So yeah, really, really great over. Yeah, it will be not last year, the year before. Drizzle now up to the Sector 2 split. He only got Sector 3 to go. It's a 106.715 for the Sector 2 split for Drizzle. Here he comes, the Ash driver, looking to get a bit of slipstream on the back of the Aston Martin here as he makes his way down to the final 2 corners. Here's 14 and then into 15, the little kink there. And it's to the start finishing line. What's it going to be for Drizzle? He crosses the line to 28.757. Baba with a 28.237 moves up. Oh, Robin going up into P1 there. Ash at 28.527. Barmy Tick moves into provisional pole of a 27.516. Then Jam demotes Barmy down to P2. Jam going in with a 127.392. Let's try and have a look at Dusty. Let's see what Dusty's doing. Dusty over a second quicker than Drizzle through sectors 1 and 2. It's all about sector 3 for Dusty. He's up to the line. It's looking like a stellar lap. And there it is, people. A 26.802. I told you Dusty had some pace here at Bahrain. A track he does enjoy. And I'm guessing this is going to be Gotto on the mediums. He loves a medium run on his first stint. And there they are. The yellow wall tyres on the Aston Martin. And let's watch for the split. And I tell you what, it's a decent split from Goto on the mediums. Not far off Barbie Tick as he gets unsettled on the exit. The grip just quite wasn't there on the exit. Little bit of an adjustment. But here he comes, Goto. It's through turn 14, into 15, and then power down to the start finishing line. What's it going to be for Goto? And I tell you what, a 27.5 on mediums, absolutely cracking. Puts himself P6. Kai moving up into P2 in the V-carb with a 27.326. But Dusty Bassoon has set the standard here this evening with an absolutely flying opener of a lap. As Top G, I think, going for another lap here in the Kick Sauber. As Billy jumps in between Carlito and Ashler into P12. Wizard with not a great lap. The Williams team really do need to put something together here. Currently sat in P15 and 16. Top G now on the rundown to turn 11 here in the second DRS zone here at the circuit. Hey, and that's what and another great thing to hear. Another driver really committing to the game, turning them assists off. So Tom, best of luck at this race here this evening. I know how hard it is to get them assists turned off. You probably turned more off than me, to be honest. But here we go. Top G goes through turn 14, through 15. It's power down to the line. Top G puts in a 127.461, moves up into P5 as Frank the Tank, the Ferrari team, P4 and 6. So looking like a great start for Team Ferrari here this evening. So everybody making the way back into the pit lane. I mean, Kai with a cracking result, P2. PB when it matters. Let's have a look at Cucumber. Where is Cucumber? Currently P8 with a 27.759 PB. And we've still got time here in the qualifying, so you can definitely go quicker. He races no line. I tell you what, Wizard. Fucking well played, mate. Well played. As we get Barmy Tick on an outlap. Let's jump on with Barmy. We know Barmy's got some decent pace, but is Dusty just a step above everybody here at Bahrain? Jam's not far off. Jam's now up into P2. A 27.174. Still some 3/10, nearly 4/10 off Dusty Bassoon. So the drivers still with it all to do if they want to get next to Dusty. If they want to try dethrone Dusty from that P1 spot. I mean, Barmy Tick's got to improve by over 7/10 of a second if he wants to knock Dusty down and take him off that top spot. Carlito back out on track. Drizzle back out on track. Dusty Bassoon also back out on track. Goto still in the pit lane. Cucumber out on the circuit. So here we go. Barmy Tick for Ferrari. Can he go quicker? Can we see him in the top three? We know he's got the pace, but it's about putting the lap together. So here goes the Ferrari driver on his second run of the evening. Can he improve? Let's watch for the splits. The first sector split is just before turn 5. And this is one of the more tricky traction zones here at the circuit. Turn 2 and the run up to turn 3 can be really difficult on the traction. Trying to get it right, trying to nail it. You can gain a lot of time through there, especially if you've not had the best of turns 1, 2 and 3 on your opening lap. But Barmy Tick up by a 1/10.5 through sector 1. Needs big improvements both in sectors 2 and 3. We'll jump down to Kai very shortly. He's on an outlap, so's Goto. Goto will be on the soft compounder tyres now. So let's see what pace he's got. I know his wheel doesn't like it. His wheel seems to hate the softs for some weird reason. But here he comes, Barmy Tick. Let's watch for this sector split. Has the improvements been through sector? And he needs 2/10. He needs 2/10 of a second here in Sector 3. There's only 3 corners here in Sector 3. 13, 14 and 15. There's 14. There's 15. He needs a solid exit. Power down. Barmy Tick, what have you done? And is it enough? Barmy Tick P2, just not enough there, but big improvements on the lap. Let's have a look at Kai on an out lap in the pink V-Carb. So, come on, Kai. Kai doesn't have to find too much time on his lap to try and get near Dusty, but it's still a half a second improvement he needs. More, just over half a second he needs to improve to snatch provisional pole away from Dusty Bassoon. Dusty is out on circuit currently, improving. Let's just have a quick look where he is, and I think Dusty may be going for another run here. Let's just watch. Let's just see if he does start a lap or if he dips into the pit lane. He does start a lap. So Kai up by 0.2 of a second in Sector 1. So not much more of an improvement he needs. He needs tenth and a half through Sectors 2 and 3. Sammy Lewis, Tier 1 back-to-back champion here in the chat. Sammy Lewis, how you doing, sir? Hope you're well. But Kai now on his way down to turn 11. And let's watch for the Sector 2 split. He's only got 11 and 12. And then we'll find out. Here's turn 12. And then on the exit of this one, there's a Sector split. And he's up. He's up by 3, just under 3.5 tenths. I say Dusty wins. He's doing well, but people are getting quicker and quicker. As Kai now, he just needs that 10th and a half. Gotto with a 26.632. Takes provisional pole. But here comes Kai. It's up to the line. It's a 27.135. Loses time in Sector 3. That's very unfortunate. Season 5 champion. You reckon he's going to be the champion of this season as well? Gotto with a stellar lap. Here's Dusty Bassoon. Has he found anything in Sector 3? He hasn't. Let's have a look at Jam. Jam's up narrowly through Sector 1. All for Sectors 2 and 3 now for Jam. Here he comes. He's gone through turn 10. DRS zone coming up. And I think that is Gotto there, you see in the background, just behind Jam. Top G up into P6 at 127.198. Jam up by nearly 2 tenths in Sector 2. Only a couple of corners left here. So Jam needs at least, I think, over a 10th improvement if he wants a shot at provisional pole. Here he comes to the line. It's a 26.886. It's enough for P4. I think he will have time for another run. Let's jump on with Nello. Yeah, so unfortunate for Kai. Lost quite a lot of time in the final few corners there, so he knows he's got big improvements on his final run. In the top 5, it's great to see. It's great to see that he's in and around that pace. He's improving all the time, is Kai, recently. Not long since back to racing in F125. So, I mean, keep an eye on him throughout the season. Keep an eye on him. I think we could see a Kai win at one of these races. 100%. Maybe a couple. It's just how he keeps improving that will be the answer to the questions. But I feel we're going to see Kai on that podium in that top spot. Barmy's now back out on track, going for his final run of the session. Left himself a bit of time. I think there's 14 or 12. You'll have to ask Nello or Carlito. Carlito, I think, in the pit lane. No, he's on an out lap. So they'll tell you at the end of the session, Isaiah, mate. But yeah, Sammy Lewis, one of the greats. And let's wish him the best of luck with his F1 driving future. I'm sure it will be bright. But here goes Nello, looking to improve on a 129. Needs big improvements here through Sector 1. Let's watch for the split, as we know, on the exit of Turn 4, just before Turn 5. Here comes the Williams driver, up to the line. He did have a competition at Williams this season, up by just under a tenth and a half for Nello. But yeah, it was great to see him in such a prestigious race, if I'm honest. Really, really good to see him competing and taking part. I did manage to go over and watch the YouTube channel for the race. And we are now live on TikTok as well. So we're over on TikTok, we're over on YouTube, and we're here on Twitch, which is the main support. So if you are over on TikTok and I don't see any of your comments, I do apologise. They don't transfer over. And there's only so many screens I can have. So yeah. I could add an additional one. It's only a little thing, but we'll see. So yeah, I mean, Sammy, if you're still there, can you just make sure, can you actually check that I am live on TikTok for me, or if somebody can, just to make sure that it's actually working, if they really don't mind. But there's Nello, and he improves massively, but it's still P15 for Nello, nearly a second improvement. And here it is, it's all down to these final runs. Gotto's still not out of the pit lane as of yet. I think Gotto may have forgot to go out on track. As I think if he did leave the pit... Oh, no, he's out on track. So it's his teammate of Baba in the pit lane. So let's watch Dusty. Dusty did have provisional pole for quite some time. First one into the 26s. It's very close between him and Barmy. A 126.804, 2 thousandths of a second splitting the pair there. Baba retiring from the session. But here we go, Dusty. It'll be his final run of the session. He's got to make it count. Can he improve? Can he take back provisional pole? Or has Gotto just got too much for him here in qualifying? Into the first DRS zone goes Dusty. Turn 4 coming up. Throwing it through. Barmy disqualified from the session. I don't think he had time to put in another lap anyway, so... Hang on. If Barmy was disqualified from the session... I knew that were coming. I knew that were coming. Barmy takes opening race of the season. Qualifying just doesn't go well for him. And he gets a disqualification in qualifying. He will start at the very back, as qualifying was going really well for him there. We've missed the Sector 1 split from Dusty. Let's watch the Sector 2 one. Has he improved? He's up massively. He can take provisional pole there. It's all on Gotto's shoulders after this. He's currently making his way to Turn 4 now. So we'll try and jump on board with him. Kai up into P4. I think that's just through Barmy being demoted. So here comes Dusty up to the line. He does improve. Now the ball is in Gotto's, Jam's, Kai's, Top G's, Frank's. It's all in their court. Who can improve the most? Can they dethrone Dusty, who has got some very good pace here at Bahrain? Always has drove brilliantly at Bahrain as Dusty Bassoon. I think we could say it's probably one of his favourite circuits. But here comes Gotto. Watch for the improvement. If there is any, he's up. Is it? I think it is enough. The improvement through Sector 2 would be enough for him to clinch pole position for the race. Here comes Gotto. Jam, I think, just getting out of the way there. I don't know whether that's Jam going into the pits. But here comes Gotto. Has he done enough? It's across the line. And it's Gotto with provisional pole. Well, no, pole position for the race. And there's going to be no more laps put in. But an absolutely brilliant lap from Gotto. A 126.497. Contradicting times, as it says his best time is a 126.480 on the screen. You can't see it because I am covering it. But yes, that is qualifying over. And Gotto managing to clinch pole position with a 126.479. Dusty P2. Jam P3. Top G in at P4. Kai P5. Franken at 6. Billy 7. Robin 8. Cucumber in at 9. Jensen Snowy P10. Ash P11. Babas 12. Drizzle 13. Carlito 14. Nello is 15. Wizard is 16. Night Owl is 17. And the biggest shock, Operation Welsh Flag is on. It is, mate. The biggest shocker from that session there is gotta be Barmy Tick. Starting last. I need to make sure that I'm live on TikTok. Unknown Pro. Yes, Unknown. How's it going, mate? I'm just checking TikTok to make sure I'm live. I don't even know how you do that, to be honest. Check that you are actually live. Well, it's telling me to go live, so I need to sort something out with Restream for that one. And see what the crack is. But yeah, that should have been working. I mean, it might be. I don't know if I can see my own lives. $423 followers, and we're only 2 weeks into January, and we only hit 400 just before Christmas. So, yeah, man, buzzing with that. Absolutely buzzing with the progression that we're making here on the channel. I said yes, to a USA streamer, and he didn't get it on point like you did. Yes, Americans just ain't got the twang, bro, have they? We know what it means over in Britain, man. We know that. We know that, boys. But how you doing, Unknown Pro? Glad you're here. Glad you're joining us for this one. A gentleman who we met through the 5 lappers, another person that we met. We've met a lot of people due to these five lappers that I've been doing. And I need to do another stream for the 5 lappers, which I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be doing Fridays, because the new place I'm doing comms, Mr. SLR, which Jam is a part of. We've got Ham, we know from the past. I'm going to be hoping to do some comms there. And there's going to be a lot of familiar phases with that race. 10 minutes. Oh, we're only doing 10. Ah, that's to lead into the DLC. Yep, I remember. Nello was speaking to me about that, saying about the how many races that we'd have. When it kind of leads into when the DLC is going to hit as well. So that's good. Well worked out from the boys. Gotto, don't ghost me on the bet, Gotto. You've been sat. I put a bet out there to you, and you've not even said it. Have you bottled it? I'm surprised he's not come in and said woohoo, Paul. I mean, let's just keep fingers crossed that the DLC actually fucking does massive gains to this thing. Where's your glass? The king would be displeased with you. Where's my glass? What? That big bottle. 3 litres, I think this is. Yeah, 3 litre bottle. The Pepsi. Oi, oi. Double, double, dilly, dilly. That's what you said when you want a double shot. I haven't seen normal Pepsi for ages. Hey, Carlito, come up here. I'll send you. Do you want me to send you a bottle, Carlito? Give me your address after this. I'll send you a bottle. I'll go and get you a 3 litre bottle of Pepsi. Send it to you. And if you don't give me your address, I'll just get Nello's and then I'll make Nello take it round to you. I promise I won't. I will not drop any Mentos in it whatsoever. So when you open it, it goes... No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that at all. It would be hilarious. Send one to Danny G. Hey! I need to get... I'll send you one. I'll send you one, Danny, lad. Don't everybody start coming in the chat asking for fucking Pepsis. Get me a sponsor and then I'll fucking send them all. I might just sit here like this. With the Pepsi sign. See what Pepsi say. Tag them. This is all I drink. Get the Pepsi fridge going in the background, you know. Here we go, though. It's going to be 5 red lights for the season opener here at LRS. And the drivers are underway. And there's 0 sound. We've got cars ghosted. Is the race glitched? Jam has left the session. I don't know quite what's going on here. We've got Wizard in the background. Obviously, he's got no assist, but SLR Jam must need an invite. Or does he think that we are... I can't see him now. His name has disappeared. But I don't think the race is glitched. I think SLR Jam just losing connection there to the race, which has cost him heavily. SLR Jam down to P15. He'll have some good company though. Barmy Tick now. Barmy Tick's had an absolutely great start. P13 for him after starting P18. Night Owl up to P11. Night Owl's having a flyer. He's in a battle with Cucumber. The side-by-side action going on here with Night Owl trying to sweep through. I think everybody may have opted for the hard compounder tyres. Gotto's gone for the mediums, Billy's gone for the mediums, Drizzle's gone for the mediums, and Carlito. So I think Gotto trying to get away early here, away from Dusty Bassoon, try and break that DRS, leave the rest battling. But we know Dusty has some really, really strong race pace here at Bahrain, so could be... I mean, could Gotto potentially be thinking that there may be a safety car? Obviously, starting on the hards with an early safety car can really screw the hard strategy up. But Dusty isn't letting Gotto get away here. He's staying within DRS range. With the DRS active on this lap now as well, it's really going to help Dusty maintain that position. Top G with a P3 and Jam. Jam's going to be gutted. P17, he's just joined back and he's got 2.3 seconds already to catch up to P16. But yeah, we know Dusty's consistency is absolutely brilliant. So the hard medium is usually the strat to go for. So Gotto's really got to put this race together. As we see Baba having a look at the Ferrari driver of Barmy Tick here, who's had a brilliant start following Night Owl through. Both of them P10 and P11 as they did start from the back. We've had a few collisions earlier on here. We've had Baba and Cucumber in a collision. Kai and I think Billy may have had a bit of a coming together. Baba and Night Owl have also had a collision. Oh, Robin has been into the pits. So Robin's had a bit of a moment. I think he may have had a new wing. But let's move on up. Top G dropping out of DRS range to Dusty. Now, we could see the front two pull away here and kind of leave Top G behind. It's something that you don't want to be losing DRS to the front two runners. And imagine if we had a team of Dusty and Gotto. What a team that would have been. But I think they have done it really well here at LRS. Teaming up the drivers like Dusty and Ash. You know, putting a quick driver along with a slower driver. Well, who used to be, let's not say slower, a driver that was in a different tier previously. They have been making progress. They're not quite up to Dusty's, you know, Dusty's, Barmy's, these other guys' pace. I mean, Jensen Snowy had a really good start. He's P7, but he's dropping out of DRS range. Cucumber, the Welsh flag, is kind of out of it now. Yeah. So let's hope he can improve. Let's see if he can bring it back. Ash in at P10. That's a good position for Ash, P10. Doing really well there. As we know, there'll be zero rain here at Bahrain. We never have rain at Bahrain. But it'd be an interesting one to see how the drivers could handle it with a wet race that isn't usually wet. I think that could be a different thing to kind of like bring into a league. Of guaranteeing a wet race at a track where you don't see wet racing. So the likes of, we've done it here in the 5 lappers, so Qatar, not really a race that you would see raining. Bahrain, where else? I think they're the main two. Was another one? Abu Dhabi. I don't think we've seen any rain there. So yeah. Gotto still trying to break away from Dusty, but I think Dusty just got the pace. It's a safety car! Safety car here early on, lap 4. And doesn't seem to be anybody that could have potentially caused it. This is good for Jam. This brings Jam right back into the equation. He is P16, but he can start making moves. He'll be closed up to the pack now. But yes, safety car here, and we don't quite know who it was. Was it Robin? It was. No wing on the V-carb. Luckily enough, this brings Robin back into play. He'll be able to get out in front of the P1 and P2 and get past that safety car, get onto the back of the pack once again, and really, really go for it. Let's hope that Robin's race can recover from this now. But yeah, I think it was Robin that did bring out that safety car. He did have 0 wing on that car. And let's think back to the last league race that we did. We seen an anomaly, something that was very strange. And if you was here on the channel, you know exactly what I'm going on about. We seen an Alpine driver going round the circuit with no tyres. The car was just floating around. It was so bizarre. Someone's opted for the softs. A driver, and I think it's an Alpine. Now, is Night Owl doing the old switcheroo? And this is what you do tend to see from some drivers. They'll go in for a set of softs. Now we're under safety car conditions. Go back in after that lap and swap for another set of hards. Which I think possibly could go to the end. I think they definitely could go to the end, but we know that the tyre wear is quite high at Bahrain. It's not a track. I mean, I think even when you go into it, I think it suggests a 2-stop strategy. But yeah, unknown pro, is there a known glitch for starting of the races? Well, we'll call him Danny. We know his name now. From Smethwick in Birmingham. Never even heard of Smethwick. That's a new one for me. But yeah, safety car conditions and they'll all start lining up. Dusty has took the lead of the race. Gotto has took a bit of punishment. He did start on the mediums, but he's on hards. He's on fresh hards compared to the drivers in front of him. So this could work out brilliantly for Gotto. Unless the top 6 pit on this lap. Because it's a bit of a strange one. We usually see Dusty do the move that Night Owl did, as well as Barbie Tick. Barbie's another one that does pull that move of opting for a set of softs, then going back into the pit lane, coming back out on another set of hards. But it does all depend on the tyre allocation before they started the race. So whether they picked the harder allocation, softer, or just stuck with a balanced one. So we got a few more people into the pits. Wizard and Night Owl. We knew Night Owl were coming in. He will put on a set of hard compound tyres. And try and go to the end. But hopefully we can get some good race highlights moving into next week. I'm going to try and sit down with either Nello and Carlito, pick out some best bits off YouTube and try and clip them and maybe put in a race review from last week in the start-up, in the run-up to the next race. So we'll see. I am trying to introduce new things. It's just having the people behind me or even trying to learn it myself, which is... I'm not good with putting videos together, I won't lie. But maybe I can do it, we'll see. But yeah, as I said, Dusty now leading this one. And I don't know whether we're going to be in this lap. Could potentially be staying out for one more lap here with Robin being... Robin's just going through turns 9 and 10 now. I mean, I think if it does stay out an extra lap, this is kind of putting Dusty, Top G, Frank, Kai, Barmy, Cucumber on the back foot a bit. And it is another lap. Wow. That is a late safety car in this lap. That is very late. That's going to... I think Dusty was prepared for another lap there under the safety car. But we're back under race conditions now. And I think it's caught a few people unaware. We've got the Ferrari team trying to work together, trying to give each other a slipstream. As Barmy... battling against Kai. Frank trying to close him off and allow Barmy through. And I think he's done the job there. Frank making a bit of contact with Kai there as well. Kai's got the inside line going into turn 4. Frank does have the outside. He'll have more pace. But Kai gets the move done. It's P4 for Kai now. Gotto just... He's got to wait a lap. He needs to get these tyres up into temperature before he can start making any real progression through this. Dusty's checked out at the front, which is not good for Gotto's race, I think. But Dusty is going to have to go a lot longer on these hard compounded tyres. As Frank there just making sure that Gotto wasn't going to try anything. Just a little bit of a block, then moving back to the racing line. All within DRS range. Where is Jam? Jam still down in P14. He is trying to make moves. He's on the softs as well as Jam. How long will them softs last? We've seen him at circuits only managing 2 laps before drivers are able to put them under pressure. But Dusty Bassoon has had an absolute flyer of a start under this safety car. Nearly 2 seconds separating them as we've got a battle going on here. Gotto trying to sneak through. He's got the outside line. Frank the Tank's compromised. Frank's causing contact there. And they're nearly in the wall. And that may be a dangerous re-entry for Frank the Tank. We could see Frank in the stewards after this one due to that. Cars having to take avoided action. It's another safety car. Another safety car. And let's see if we can see any visible damage on anybody that could have potentially brought out this safety car. And to be honest, I don't see any. As Carlito's missing half a wing. Yeah, Carlito's got damage, but I don't see that being... And it's Robin again. Bringing out the safety car. Now, this puts the ball back in Dusty's court, but is Dusty going to opt to go on the softs and then come back out on the hards? It's a decision Dusty's going to be making now as he makes his way through turn 13 there. What will Dusty decide to do? Because he can't go on to another set of hards. He has to jump onto a set. I think it's going to have to be a soft to hard for Dusty here. I think we're going to see him pit for the softs. Or does he completely throw out what I'm going to do? No. He's in the pits. He's going to be followed by Top G, Barmy. Looks like Barmy trying to sneak a position against Top G there. He was just looking for a bit more pace into the pit lane. So Barmy has gone, and I think we're now seeing the drivers activating that soft to hard. You called my queen. So Gotto now back into the lead of the race. We're seeing Robin retired, and I'm not surprised. He's brought out 2 safety cars. He just doesn't look like he's got the drive here at Bahrain. May not be one of his stronger tracks, this. But he just, I don't know whether it was the setup or whether he just doesn't like it, but just didn't have that kind of drive here this evening. Season opener not going well for Red Bull, as it's just Billy now up in P2 for Red Bull. And he's going to have it all to do. He needs to kind of stay there to try and bring home a healthy amount of points for the team. But that's it. That first safety car coming really, really late. And I mean ridiculously late. But I tell you what, Dusty caught Top G napping under that at the safety car restart. I mean, Top G might have been compromised in turn 1, which could have cost him some time, but we've got Cucumber and Carlito down in P16 and 17. Carlito opting for a new wing after picking up damage. And I think Cucumber may be the same, but I feel Frank could definitely be having a trip to the stewards after this. That re-entry was very, very dangerous from Frank. As we do, I mean, the cars caught up exactly around the same time, and there we go. So Dusty, Top G, Barmy, Frank, all into the pit lane now, opting for another set of hards. They will go to the end on them hards, I think. It's if Gotto's hards are going to go to the end. But Gotto's locked in at this point. I've not heard from him since the start of the race. But once again, if you are watching over on YouTube, hello. If you are watching on Tickety Talk, hello, how are we all doing? Hope you're having a great evening. And we've already had 2 safety cars here, which have really kind of thrown the race on its head. As now Dusty, who was leading, down in P14, Barmy's P15, Kai P16, Frank P17. Somehow Top G managed to get out in front of Dusty, which is a bit of a weird one. But I think safety car will be in this lap. We'll jump back on board with Gotto. And I think Gotto really needs to do what Billy was doing here, so he can control his pace up at the front, take care of the tyres, and try and go to the end on this set of hards as safety car in this lap. And that's more like it. So here we go. It's all down to Gotto. And Gotto's gone. He's away. Drizzle gets caught napping a bit. Drizzle could be under pressure from Jensen into turn 1. Gotto's not going to be under any pressure at all. Unless Billy decided to throw a late send there, which he doesn't. Who's that falling positions? I think we've got Wizard falling positions. He is. And now Dusty and Top G side by side here. Side by side racing, both trying to allow the space. Dusty trying to leave enough room for Top G on the inside. Side by side they still go, but Dusty comes out on top on that one. Oh, Top G nearly going into the back of Dusty there. Top G trying to look for a little bit of a switchback, but Dusty defends it well there. But they don't want to lose SLR Jam. They need to keep the DRS as Nello running a bit wide, and that gives Jam the opportunity to go past and get behind his teammate. Nello trying to have another little look down the inside. Nello, no fear, contact, and that Jam round. Jam demoted to the back once again. First time round it was a desync, and now it's contact with the Williams driver that has dropped Jam down to P17. And we said Jam would be one to watch for the title, and he had a great season last time out. But this opening race hasn't gone well for a lot of drivers, as we see Jensen Snowy going on the attack against Drizzle in the background there. We're going the wrong way. Let's see who gets the move done. Jensen trying to get the move done, looking for a switchback through turn 2. He's got the better exit, got the better run. Has he got the pace moving down to turn 4? They're still side by side. Who's going to come out on top on this one? Jensen trying to go all the way around the outside. And he has the pace and moves up into P4. P3, sorry, does Jensen. Can Jensen Snowy walk away with a podium in his first Tier 1 race here at LRS? I think it may be his first Tier 1 race as a part of Tier 1. I don't know whether he has reserved in the past. But I tell you what, Billy's showing some good pace, being able to stick in the DRS range of Gotto here. But is this Gotto just trying to preserve the tyres? Just trying to control his pace out in front. Let's have a look at Cucumber. He's got Dusty Bassoon behind him. Cucumber on the attack here against Baba. Just has to tuck back into Baba, defending into turn 14. I think he knows that Cucumber may have some really good pace here, and Cucumber might look to go on the attack down the DRS. He's tucked in behind the Aston Martin driver. He is on the softs as well, Cucumber. That could be Cucumber's downfall. We've seen the softs, as I said earlier, when Jam was on him. Oh, he just has to take a little bit of avoiding action there on the back of Baba. Ash didn't have a great turn 1 there, and it kind of set him back. Gotto at Aston. Yeah, driving the Aston Martin. Oh, as Gotto, I think, has desynced. And I don't think I've got him on my main list. We've seen a lot of desyncs from this race. Let's hope that Nello can get him an invite back soon, because this is going to be costing him heavily, and it's allowing Billy to kind of get away here. And it's bringing Jensen into play. But Gotto is going to need an invite very quickly, or he's going to be passed by Jensen Snowy. Oh no, as the Aston Martin driver had such a great start to the race, but the V-carb of Jensen Snowy is going to be sweeping through here into turn 14. Gotto has rejoined the session, but at what cost is it going to be to the Aston Martin driver? Dusty Bassoon now goes through on Gotto. His teammate also going for it, as well as the Kick Sauber driver. And Gotto's race really has unfolded here, as we get the McLaren and the Aston Martin driver tangling. And that's Nello with the 3-second time penalty. Oh, Gotto. Hey, maybe. But here he is, back in the car now, and he's got it all to do. He's got it all to do. Billy is clear out in front. Night Owl's had a cracking race. He's on the back of Jensen Snowy. Dusty Bassoon now up into P5. Trying to bring his teammate with him in the Mercedes. 15 laps of racing to go here at Bahrain, and it's been a topsy-turvy one from the start. We've had desyncs, 2 safety cars. So yeah, been a weird start to this one. As now Ash having a few glitches there. You can see him just bobbing about. Signal not the greatest for him. And everybody's got a bit of lag here. There's lag going on for quite a few drivers. It's not just Ash. As Frank, 10-second time penalty, speeding into the pit lane. And Frank out of this one. And I feel that may be due to his migraines. They may have resurfaced. But you can see Night Owl has got up into P2. He's managed to get past Jensen, but he's got a lot of work to do. He's got to find 1.6 seconds to get back in DRS range of Billy, who holds the lead of this race for Red Bull. But just for how long can he hold on to it? With drivers making the way through. Dusty Bassoon in DRS range now of that battle for P2. He didn't quite get the DRS, so they will build a gap to him. Well, try at least to keep Dusty outside that DRS range. He is probably on the fresher tyres compared to Night Owl and Billy. I think Billy stayed out with Gotto. But Gotto P11 in behind Kai. And at the minute, they're kind of all stuck behind Drizzle, who is in P5. As you can see, Drizzle there. Dusty with the fastest lap of the race, a 1:30.729. Can Dusty win this from P4? As I said, he is on fresher tyres. Collision between Kai. I think Kai and Gotto may have had a bit of contact there. There's now Gotto looking for the move. He's looking for the inside line. Has he got the move done? No, he doesn't. Just locks up a little bit. Kai getting a bit unsettled on the exit. This invites Gotto to go for the move. And Gotto there gets the move done. As Kai making a mistake on the exit of turn 4. Which allowed Gotto to go for the move there. As we do have the helicopter cam here. Brilliant cam. Why couldn't it continue down there? That was just awful from the helicopter cam. It's so weird that LRS has a lot of people racing now. But it's a good thing. I mean, they did really well on the recruitment process between the seasons. So a lot of quite a few drivers from Tier 2 got bumped up into Tier 1. So yeah, it did help out Tier 1 massively. There were a lot signed up for Tier 2. A lot. But Jensen Snowy into the pit lane. So Jensen really going for it. I think he may put on another set of hards and then go to the end. I think he was on the mediums. I mean, Barmy ticked P4. He's got Top G on the back of him. Top G trying to stay with Barmy. Hopefully, maybe even try and follow him through. But Dusty is pulling away from that party. Now, Night Owl has managed to take 6/10 out of Billy's lead so far. No, well, half a second. Let's get it right. Kai managing to get past Ash. Or is Ash trying to battle Kai there for the position? Cucumber still P12. He's dropped out of DRS range of his teammate. But yeah, Dusty's showing some great progress here. Him and Night Owl, I mean, Dusty does have the pace. I mean, he's showing some amazing pace. He's managed to catch Night Owl. You know, he's got the fastest lap. So Dusty could possibly catch Billy with his own pace. And there we go, Dusty with the DRS. DRS active. This is going to be an easy move for the Mercedes driver. And this is going to allow Dusty to close up even more and try and take back the lead of the race. As we get Cucumber into the pits now as well. So yeah, racing, it has been a bit of a weird start, to be honest, with the jam desync and then the safety cars, then Gotto's desynced at some point. It really has kind of thrown the race up in the air, and I mean, it looks like Dusty could potentially take that first win. But as we said in the run-up to this, we've seen some brilliant performances from Dusty Bassoon in his racing here at Bahrain. And it's no surprise to see him within DRS range of Billy already. And looking to attack for the lead of the race. He will go for it into turn 1, I believe. He'll have the DRS. Night Owl, I mean, it just shows how good Dusty's pace is, where Night Owl's struggling to stay within DRS range of the Mercedes driver. Let's go a bit further back. Let's have a look at Drizzle. Drizzle now has Gotto for company. Gotto giving him a bit of a shake there. May not be impressed with how Drizzle's braking. You can see he had to back out massively there. Does Gotto have damage? And Gotto does have damage. Gotto missing his front left end plate. He's in the pits. And I feel that may be a wing change for the Aston Martin driver as well. As we get Kai going for the move against Drizzle. And Kai also with wing damage. Jam looking for the gap. Looking where he can make the move. But they're battling up front, which is costing him time. Top G, 3-second time penalty. First one of... No. Is it the first one of the evening? I don't think... No, Nello was the first one of the evening. Oh, was there contact? Big contact! And... that... I mean, I don't know who to blame there. You can't really put blame on anybody with this angle. But there's been a lot of contact. A lot of contact in this race so far. Drizzle also with damage to the front right of his car. That front right end plate missing. So yeah, it's been turned on its head, this race. Gotto is back out. He stayed in the race. He's back out on circuit. Currently P15. And I tell you what, Billy doing a great job here. Billy, once again, showing some great pace. Staying within DRS range of the Mercedes driver. Billy could, I mean, with Billy's race pace, Billy could actually be a contender for podiums this season. Showing some really good race pace. The 3 DRS zones are helping him here to stay with Dusty. But Dusty's tyres are just going to be that much better at the end of the race that I don't think Billy's going to be able to maintain the DRS on the back of him. Dusty's tyres will be so much fresher. Let me tell you how fresher they are. And he's got 5 laps difference to Dusty. So, and you can see Dusty already with the better grip. and has managed to get himself out of DRS range. So Cucumber down in P11. He's got Jensen Snowy 8 seconds in front of him. And Cucumber does carry a 3-second time penalty. I think Cucumber went in for some fresh mediums to go to the end of this race. Gotto also on the medium compounder tyres. Are they old? No, they're fresh. Jam into P7. Barmy into the pits as Billy is now pitted. Doesn't feel he can make it to the end on them tyres. That front right looks a bit dodgy there. Top G also into the pits. Kai now up into P4, but SLR Jam going for the move and gets it done. Kai is hampered somewhat with that wing damage. And Barmy tick up into P2 now as well. So Barmy, after being disqualified from qualifying, being dropped down to P18, now finds himself in P2. But can his tyres go to the end? That is the question. Can Dusty's? I mean, I think Dusty with the 5 lap fresher than Baba may be able to make it, but he could be in a bit of trouble come them final laps if Baba only managed 16. I mean, Billy, sorry, not Baba. Billy only managing 16 laps on the hards. And that's with safety cars as well. So, as I said, tyre wear is quite high here. But yeah, it's how Dusty manages the end of this race now. I think Dusty, we know, has got the pace, has got the talent to take the tyres that little bit extra. We know he's good at, you know, maintaining the tyres, good with controlling the pace up at the front so he can finish the race on the set of tyres that he does have on the car. But yeah, Kai just trying to stay with Jam at this point. Carl up in P6. I mean, can he finish in P6? He's got Billy on fresh tyres behind him. Billy is going to be catching him lap after lap. Just how quickly Billy actually catches him here. Carlito pick. I mean, I don't even think that was a 3-second time penalty there. To be honest, I don't think he broke track limits. Because we didn't see all 4 tyres go off track, definitely. So maybe Carl might be chucking in a thingy to get the 3-second time penalty removed. We'll have to wait till the end of this one. Top G now with another Top G on 6 seconds of time penalties. I don't think the race has kind of gone the way that some drivers would have hoped. As, I mean, Billy already taking nearly it's a second and a half out of Carl in just 1 lap alone. But yeah, so unfortunate for Kai and P. I mean, let's hope that he can finish P5. He's doing really well with maintaining the damage, as I said. Night Owl into the pits, and look at that front right. The front right must be taking a lot of punishment, and he's on the softs. And that sees Jam move up into the podium position. Top G retires from the session on lap 23. Not good for the Kick Sauber team. As Billy now passed Carlito. Better grip on the Red Bull. Has seen him get up now into P5. And for Carlito, really, it's all about maybe just getting some DRS for a lap or two. to try and keep Jensen Snowy in behind him. And luckily for Carlito, he does get the DRS there. But it's come at a bit of a cost. He did make a mistake on the entry. And now Billy will feel a bit of freedom. Jam is 11 seconds behind Barmy Tick. 11 seconds. The battling that went on, Drizzle's pace, I don't think kind of helped the progression of Jam and Kai. I think if anything, Drizzle, I think he may be in the stewards in after this one. I'm not 100%, I'm not saying it's a guarantee. He may have just been racing his own races. I think we're definitely going to see Frank in as well. But there was contact for Frank, so it could be anybody's fault there. I think it was a Ferrari that he was in contact with. No, Frank was the Ferrari. I think it may have been a V-cab, if I remember correctly, that Frank was in contact with, that made him go off. But the re-entry from Frank was so dangerous. Could have took a couple of drivers out, especially in that sector of the track. I think it was in the DRS zone, on the rundown between turns 3 and 4. The contact started in turn 2 and then came to an end in turn 3. I think it was Kai. I'm not 100%. I think it was Kai that he was in a battle with. But I think we're looking at our podium, to be honest here. Unless Dusty gets a puncture and Barmy in them final few laps, I think we're looking at our race result right here. But I tell you what, props to Kai. Jam has a full wing. No visible damage. And Kai is holding his own here, staying within DRS range. And he's actually had a pretty good exit. Very close to the back of Jam now. Is Kai going to look to go and try and take P3 here? He's showing some good pace, so Kai could potentially maybe try and put Jam under pressure. Night Owl with the fastest lap of 129.447. Top G has left the session now. Jensen Snowy now past Carlito with the fresher tyres. That's Gotto making a move for Team Wales. Ash, you need to pick up the pace. I need Cucumber out of the top 10. But Gotto might help him. The Welsh boys might stick together here. But yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been a really weird race. Not much going on. I mean, Night Owl's getting close to Billy. Apart from this, we've only got Gotto and Cucumber within range of one another. Yeah, and this is really the only battle. Kai on the back of Jam as well. But I think Kai just looking to try and maintain it, go for the end. Nello's come out of the pit lane on softs. And so Nello has opted for another pit stop and has come out on the soft compounder tyres. And we've only a handful of laps to go here. Dusty Bassoon leads by 3.4 seconds. And Jam's even losing pace to Barmy. It's now 12.8 seconds the gap between Barmy and Jam. We've seen it, I think it was around 11.8, but I think Jam has lost another second to Barmy. Right, Cucumber's now outside of DRS range to Gotto, which is kind of good for us. It's just Ash needs to put his foot down and get under that 3 seconds to Cucumber. Come on, Ash! For Team Mercedes here. I mean, Barmy's Barmy's wear's not that bad. Has Dusty got his telemetry open? No. Does Jam another one with telemetry not open? Does Kai have his? Seems like Kai does have his. Kai's wear not looking too bad neither. Can definitely go to the end. Can we see Kai on the podium with a broken wing? 3 laps, including this one, to go. And I think Dusty's got this one on the bag. And he would definitely want to watch. As I said, a strong pace around Bahrain. We've seen him do last to first here. Because he knows he's got some really good pace. Night Owl actually catching these two on the soft compounder tyres as well. What it could have been for Gotto, Gotto could have potentially won this race. But the desync from Gotto has cost him massively. P9. He's going to potentially walk away with P8, but that's going to be all he's managing to do, because we are on the penultimate lap of the race now. Dusty and Barmy on lap 28. And yeah, I think driver of the day goes to this man right here. I'm going to call it now. Started P18. Made great moves throughout the race. Safety cars have obviously helped as well. He did do the soft under the safety car, go back onto the hards. So he's had to obviously make some moves, avoid contact, which obviously other drivers didn't, like Jam, Gotto, Kai. They've not managed to do so. Told you, Dusty. But I've seen Dusty race a lot at Bahrain, and I know that he's got some amazing pace here at Bahrain. So I think it was a kind of given. Frank only just leaving for Ferrari. Not that it would have helped Barmy ticking anyway. The gap that Dusty's got now is 5.5 seconds. And he just seems to have saved some tyres for this final run. 5.7. Dusty really going for it on lap 28 here. Really trying to put the distance between himself and Barmy tick. But he's shown some absolutely amazing pace. And now this is the battle that we need to concentrate on. P1 and P2 is very much sealed. Very good here. When I raised him here, he was tough. To try and pull away. Yeah, he definitely is. Bahrain, one of his favourites, I feel. Now, it's got to come down to the final DRS zone here for Kai. If he wants to get on the podium. He stayed in behind Jam in the DRS. And now it's Night Owl. Night Owl has the better grip. Is Night Owl going to be on the podium? He's on the softs. Has he got the pace to get past Jam? Wizard with a 3-second time penalty. The battle for P3 is heating up. The final DRS zone coming up here. Has Night Owl got the grip and the pace to take that final podium position away from Jam, who's been defending against Kai for multiple laps now? Here we go, people. Has Night Owl got the grip? Jam in defense mode here. Night Owl's going to have to go all the way around the outside if he wants this podium position. Has he got the grip? And I tell you what, for Jam's another one who's done really well. Jam was down in P17 at one point due to damage. Due to contact. Dusty has won the race. Sorry, Dusty Bassoon. Dusty wins. Here comes Barmy across the line in P2. But Dusty Bassoon, the Mercedes driver, takes the season opener here at Bahrain with a brilliant drive. Jam does get P3. Night Owl P4. Kai P5. Billy with a great P6. Jensen's going to come across the line in P7. Goto, P8, unfortunately. Carlito, P9. Cucumber in at P10, but gets demoted down to P12. Thank God for that. Drizzle will come across the line in P13, and Carlito and Nello and Wizard will finish this one. But massive GGs to Dusty Bassoon. Barmy Tick and Jam put on a hell of a recovery, both at separate times. I know, I'm gutted for you, mate, as well. Truly gutted. That damage really did cost you a podium there, brother. Really did. So yeah, Dusty with the season opener here for Mercedes, bringing on the front. Who caused the damage, Kai? I think I know the answer, but who caused it? And Dusty's always strong pace here. A favourite track of his. And he takes the win here. I know, Goto. The desync cost you heavily, bro. Heavily. But McLaren, Mercedes and Ferrari fill the positions. I'm sure Jam was thinking at one point that there was no way he was getting a podium. Drizzle breaking my wing too. Yeah, I think he did cause a few wing damages there. But Dusty Bassoon is your race winner. Fastest lap goes to Night Owl. He will pick up the extra point for that one, I think. I don't know whether they brought it back. I remember seeing some conversation. F1 Mitch with the follow. Thank you very much, Mitch, for the follow. Massively appreciated. Barmy Tick goes in at driver of the day. Most overtakes goes to Cucumber. Massive GGs on that one. And cleanest driver also goes to Barmy Tick. Barmy, I mean, the game's driver of the day is my driver of the day. Yeah, it's ifs and buts in it, Kai. But still top, I mean, top, what was it? P4? P5? Top 5? You know, you could have done a lot better, mate. We could have seen you on the board, and we know that with the pace that you've shown. So, yeah. And that's it. Here for LRS's season opener, people. Most overtakes, baby. Yep, I'm sure you'll be. I thought you'd be happy with that one, Cucumber. Yeah. I bet it did, bro. But P5 with wing damage, you've got to take that one. And I tell you what, you showed great composure. And I mean, Jam's not slow. Jam is not a slow driver, people. He has got some pace. He was challenging for the Drivers' Championship last season. And with Kai staying with Jam, with the conditions that Kai had to drive under, brilliant. Brilliant. But yeah, absolutely. It's been a weird one, the season opener here this evening. 2 safety cars that I feel shouldn't have been safety cars. I mean, Robin only lost his wing. And 2 separate occasions. So I don't feel it should have brought out the safety car. I don't know what the safety car settings were. Let's have a look. If we can. Set standard. Wow, and it still brought the safety car out. So they need to sort that out, because that shouldn't be happening. Especially, I think he was at the back every time, so I don't think it should have really counted. I think, if anything, it was a virtual safety car. But yeah, a weird one this week. And season openers always tend to be an oddball. I think in every league, a lot of stuff happens in race 1, and then we see a massive difference in race 2. So, yeah. A bit of a weird one, but Dusty Bassoon taking it. And Jam and Barmy put on amazing drives. How many races am I going to... Oh, these are 5 lappers. Bionic. This is a league race. So I'm not doing any 5-lappers this evening. This is going to be me for the season. If you're on about LRS's season, they're doing 10 races. A 10 race season to lead into the DLC. But thank you for joining us here at the channel. But yeah, what a race it's been. A topsy-turvy one. Don't quite know if I'll be here next week. Just due to see what's going on schedule-wise. But yeah, that's going to be enough from me here this evening. And what it could have been from some drivers, I'm sure they were expecting a better start to the season than what they got. But yeah, take care. Thank you for joining me. And all the best. Good night, people.